Hello and welcome to Nitro Talk. Nitro engines is if Nitro engines are your thing, I'd love a like and subscribe. Thank you very much. We're going to take a look at this engine right here today. Now, we have looked at this engine once before on a channel. It was a long time ago. It was when I had poor camera work. I'm Steven Spielberg now, by the way. And I don't think we had good close-ups of it. So, and I got very few views on that video. I think this is a very interesting engine, and I think it warrants more of a look. And a lot of people have came by since that time, so I'm sure a lot of y'all have not seen this. This is the Falcon B1 Nitro engine made in Italy by GRP, designed by Mario Rossi. That is a GRP engine, essentially. If you take off, not looking at the head, the GRP head is very recognizable. The classic GRP head. It's much larger than this. But a lot of the other parts of this engine look just like a GRP. So let's pull this thing apart. You know, I believe, I'm not positive, is this the one? I think this is the one that has 3mm head bolts. Am I right? Yes. And I love that. Larger the better. So 3mm head bolts instead of 2.5 is awesome. I dig that. I think that's pretty cool. This engine here is well used. Well used. I have ran this engine before. I don't think it ran well. I'm not even sure what the compression is like. I haven't messed with this engine in a long time. The last time I had it out was when I first did it on the channel. It had been a long time before that since I had run it, so don't really remember. Remove the head here. This is a turbo button. And this engine, I felt it is locked up. Like I said, it's been sitting for, well, you know, I did not take it apart. I'm pretty sure I did on the channel before. It shouldn't be locked up like that. If I disassembled it and put it back together. Oh, you know what? Maybe there was one of these engines that the back plate, when you had the back plate totally tightened down, it stopped it from spinning. No, this ain't that. Is that piston up enough to take the back plate out? I'm pretty sure it's not all the way down. The back plate's going to give me a hassle too. Pull this carb out. It does have a, oh, and I'm going to do my carb release trick there. This one does have a insulator on it. Quick and easy way, grab a clutch nut, throw it on there, and give her a spin. All right, so our piston is now up. And we can remove our back plate that is in there. Good. Giving us a bit of a hassle. Yeah. I don't like putting metal on here. Looks like either I or someone else has already done it before. You know, I still haven't bought those non-marring pliers. I can't find a cheap pair. You think that'd be something that they would knock off and you'd be able to find a cheap pair. But no, I don't really see. When we do the old quick spin to get it off. All right, take our clutch nut off and see if we can finger our piston sleeve out of there. That worked. All right. So the cool thing, or the thing, or whatever, about these GRPs. Where is my... Whenever I... Now, I probably wouldn't do this with a really nice engine that I'm really concerned about. But an old beater engine. Of course, I'll be careful, but let's give it a couple love taps to get our crank out of there. All right, let's take a look at this old Falcon B1 by Rossi GRP. All right. There's our very GRP-esque crankcase. Looks like we got a, that I believe, that's the same bearing that's in the old OS Speeds. That's a very, very nice front bearing. That's, to me, that is equal with the Novarossi Blue. Those two are the choicest front bearings. Looks like an aluminum pinch bolt, but no aluminum pinch bolt with no O-rings, just a plain aluminum pinch bolt. That's pretty cool. Got twin O-rings in the carb throat in there. See the twin? Two O-rings, one at the top, one at the bottom, inside the throat there. That's pretty cool. Nice cut work inside. Looks good in there. Exhaust cut pretty nicely in there, if you can see. It does have a steel rear bearing, which is gummed up. Yeah. Designed in Italy by GRP, made in Italy by GRP, designed by M. Rossi. We'll get another quick look at that head. Do have kind of some minimalist shine cuts there. Falcon B1 off, it says buggy, B1 buggy. Our turbo head there. Let's check the shim stack on the Rossi Falcon here. We've got a 3 and we've got a 2. So a 0.5 millimeter shim stack. Yeah, I gotta check myself and make sure. I wouldn't want to wreck myself. 0.5 millimeter shim stack. Alrighty. Turbo head, like I said. Okay. That's another thing. I had mentioned the other day that I was watching an old Ryan Lutz video where he was working on an alpha engine, and he was using a torque driver to tighten down his head bolts, right? It would click at preset torque. I thought that was pretty cool. Another thing, though, that he had mentioned, he mentioned that the dot on the head button is to let you know which way goes to the front. Now, I've always said that the dot is there to show you which side goes to the rear. Neither of us are right and neither of us are wrong. What the dot is there for is so that you can put the head button on in the same orientation every time. Doesn't matter if you put it to the front, doesn't matter if you put it to the rear, just always put it in the same location. That's what the dot is for. All right, that's our head button. Go ahead and check out our, we got to measure our rod. I'm going to say that it is a Nova rod, a GRP rod. I'm guessing is going to be a Nova rod. 5 on the bottom. Four on the top. And an overall length. Which one's the Nova? 34 flat. Oh, is this going to be another one that I can't get into? It's pretty thin. Nope, I can get in. It is, let me move that there. It is a 34, not a 34-4. Which I believe that's the Nova rod, right? 34. 34, yep, the Nova rod. All right. GRP / Falcon B1. My handwriting is horrible. 0.21. As a Nova rod. I like adding to my list there. All right. Did we look this thing over? 2 nice oil grooves there. It doesn't have any bypass ports in this thing. Just where the holes for the wrist pin. Very meaty at the bottom of that con rod. I like that. And it does have a very nice knife edge. All right. Okay, so the thing that I had mentioned before when I showed in this video was it likes to tout its technology, right? So in here you've got your APS, which is your abrasion protection system, right? So your back plate has the abrasion protection system, and it looks like it did not protect from abrasion because it's pretty abrased, but it is, I mean, it's smooth. I guess, I don't know, maybe it's not damaged that bad. It is interference and got some nice little cutouts on the back plate there. I always like to see some little extra work on the back plate. Nice big O-ring there. Our crank also has an APS logo. Is that the same abrasion protection system? I'm not positive. I would hope you wouldn't have any abrasion with the crank. Our crank window has a nice ramp right there. Look at that nice ramp going into it. It is not drilled and filled, and there is no slug. Just kind of got like a lazy fang, I guess you could say. Not a whole lot going on with it. Kind of a simple fang there. It's opened up a bit, but not huge. And we got just a little shark fin on that edge there. A pretty underwhelming crank, I'm kind of thinking, for this engine. How's our leading edge? Yeah, and not even, it's pretty sharp on the leading edge. Anyway, that carburetor. So I always kind of liked these big rubber accordion boot, carb boot. That's a carb boot. It's just got big, looks like Michelin Man's arms. Big accordions. What the heck's wrong with the zoom? Sorry. This also says TCS, and that is the, temperature control. TCS, temperature control system. The carburetor has here. It does have a removable Venturi, and looks like it's got a 7.0 Venturi in there. Like I said, it is insulated. It is only a 2-needle carb, high speed and low speed, no third needle. RS says on the front. And I guess we're down to the sleeve. And I guess, so not really much with the dog ears on the exhaust port, just kind of trapezoidal. Is that shape? Is that a trapezoid? It's not a rhombus. That is a trapezoid. Rhombus has 2 pairs of parallel sides. Trapezoid has 1 pair of parallel sides and 1 pair of non-parallel sides. I think I'm right about that. In front, we got a fairly small, not a huge intake port. It's not very tall, not super wide either, but you got a lot of Schnurly. If you're looking at it from the front, you can see those Schnurly ports there. They're coming around towards the front a lot. You got 2 of them, and the rear has a little baby fang on it. Not a huge fang, but a little fang there. And on the other side, looks like very good work. Those little fangs look identical. Looks like they're very well cut. Yeah, it's very well cut sleeve. Everything's angled nicely going into the ports. I guess, yeah, those are ramped, just not a very steep ramp. Good looking, not super exciting, but good looking. All right, we got to look. Okay, so that was the Rossi GRP Falcon B1 Nitro engine, a cool piece of Nitro history. That's something that I talked about a little bit on the last one, but haven't really talked about yet here. This is a pretty rare engine. This is one that you will not see very, very often at all. I'm sure most of you out there have never ever seen one of these in the wild. Sighting a Falcon in the wild is a tough thing to do when you're talking about this engine right here. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. More stuff to come.